You understand it, don't you, sweetheart?
Of course.
You were voting snatch.
We have a $5 minimum.
What?
At lunch, a $5 minimum?
I know. You ain't got no reason for throwing me out.
Actually, we do.
Yeah?
Your conversation, I mean, it's disturbing the people around you.
My conversation is disturbing to the people around me. I'm disturbing them. Have you listened to their conversation?
Well, I'm
Well, I
afraid
suggest you do because it's all pretty insipid.
the manager would like you to leave.
Yeah, well, you say so himself.
Well, the manager, chicken shit, would like you to leave, and he has delegated that responsibility of getting you to go to me.
Honey, I got something to tell you.
Yes?
You're oppressed.
Thank you, I know.
Well, we got that in common.
Well, to tell you the truth, I think I'd probably have a greater feeling of solidarity if you wouldn't have stolen my tip.
You accusing me of something?
The guy who was sitting here before you, he comes in every day, orders the same thing, leaves the same tip, 22%.
Today he stiffed you.
He
sweetheart.
wouldn't
He's
stiff
stiffed
He
you.
wouldn't stiff me, because for a few months now he's been trying to stiff me in another way.
Fucking disgusting, man. My heart goes out to your cookie.
The manager would like you to leave.
God damn it, everybody does the same thing.
I'm
I'm on a crate. I'm in an alley, vestibule, island, benches, in the middle of Broadway. I'm trying to sleep. I'm nursing a cold. Somebody always comes along and says, move on. Well, where? Where?
So, is it right in San Francisco where you live?
Sausalito.
That's supposed to be nice.
It's a pit.
Really?
Glitzy, titsy, tourist shit. It's gross.
You roll me in joint.
What else is there to do in junior high?
Good point. So what does your mother do? What is this, a family trait? I'm just trying to be friendly. Fine. We'll get stoned and stare at the wall.
What does your father do?
He fixes teeth.
Gross me out, he's a dentist.
He's an orthodontist.
Celia's a therapist.
Oh, what kind of therapy? Psychoanalysis?
Acupressure. Postural reintegration. She plays with people's bodies.
So you live alone, the two of you?
I wish.
Boyfriend?
Not anymore. She married him. Rob, he wants me to call him dad. Fuck that.
Well, what does he do?
Screws her?
Does he work?
He sells stuff. Tools and stuff. He's a moron.
Mine?
So, they just had a kid.
Really?
Is that a revolting name or what?
So you're not an only child?
I'm daddy's only child. Is he good in bed?
I thought we were past all of that.
Is he?
Drop it.
Well, he's got a big dick.
Did you ask your mother these kinds of
You
questions?
don't have to. She leaves the door open.
I mean, I don't find them all that funny, just don't find them especially sacred.
You know, I don't think you realize how serious I am about wanting you to leave now.
I don't think you realize how serious I am about us.
What? Us? There's no us.
I'm working on that. Frankie and Johnny. See, where are you
Going out with someone just because his name is Johnny and yours is Frankie is not enough of a reason.
I think it's an extraordinary one. It's fate. Besides, you did say I had sexy wrists.
Yes, one of the biggest mistakes of my life.
I was going to start somewhere. A name, a wrist. She killed him. The odds are in your favor. And besides, I'm not talking about ending up. I'm just trying to continue what's already been begun.
Well, if he was anything like you are, it's no wonder she killed him.
It was a crime of passion. They were the last of the red hot lovers, and we're the next.
You're not from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Heights.
I knew you were gonna say that. You're from outer space.
Allentown, Pennsylvania, actually.
Very funny. Very funny.
You've never been to
Who told
Allentown.
you? Viv? Marty? Nope. I know it was Molly the Mouth.
Now who's from outer space? What the, pardon my French.
You know,
Fuck are
one
you
of them
talking-
told you I was from Allentown, so now you can pretend you are so you can keep up with this coincidence theory.
You're from Allentown? I was born in Allentown.
Very funny. Very funny.
St. Stephen's Hospital. We lived on Martle Street.
Yeah, you know, and I bet you went to Moody High School, too.
No, we moved when I was 8. But I did go to Park Lane Elementary, though. Do you go to Park Lane? This is incredible. This is better than anything you've shown
It's
before.
a small world, and Allentown's a big city.
Not that small and not that big.
I still don't believe you.
Well, of course you don't. It's one big, part of my French again, fucking miracle, and you don't believe it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I could never, not in a million years, ever be seriously involved with someone who says, "Pardon my French," all the time.
Done. Finish.
I mean, where do you come up with an expression like that?
It's out of respect for a person, a lady in this case.
You said it earlier tonight, and I practically told you I had a headache and had to go home.
So incredible to me. 3 little words, part of my French to keep 2 people from saying the 3 words that'll make me connect.
What 3 words?
I love you.
You don't really.
And don't argue with me! You shouldn't have left me alone here last night, Jewel. After I had such a good time, I started getting more and more angry at you till I popped. Then I settled down and I sat here all night and I realized what a good time I had before you showed up to spoil everything.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Whose fault is that?
I hate those girls who were here.
Of course you do. That's you.
Life is handed to them. Life isn't handed to me.
That who wants to
I
do
got
that?
no
I'm not here someone who's trying to
advantages.
help herself.
No
That's something all she can do is twist out your guts.
No! No, you don't. You don't know what it was like growing up with that.
Don't start.
With this body. Looking 17 at 14. Looking 19 at 16. I have never fit in with anyone.
Don't do this to my sin. Not anymore.
You don't even care what happened to me last night. You are as cruel and as awful as everybody else I've ever met.
I'm not gonna listen to something from you that may or may not be true.
You don't think I would have got back here quick if I could?
I don't know. That's the thing. I do not know. Okay. Why couldn't you?
I drove in that green to the back of the Blue Devil Drive-In. That's where he wanted me to meet him. I had to go there if I wanted him to go along with the
Well, why didn't you tell me you were gonna meet him there? I wouldn't have let you go, or I would have gone with you.
You didn't ask me. So I drove to the back where he was with some other guys.
Thugs, hoodlums.
And he come over to my
To
car and
my car, and he came over. He didn't come over. He came over. He came over. It's in the past tense, Jewel. It
don't
already
correct my
happened.
English!
Did he ask you where you got the car?
Yeah, I knew it was somebody else's car.
Ben,
You're pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
I knew it. Is that all?
what do you mean, is that all? How the hell did you know I was pregnant?
Every morning between 8:03 and 8:07, you politely excuse yourself from the breakfast table, go into the bathroom, and throw up your oatmeal.
You noticed.
I suspected.
Why didn't you say something?
It's traditional for the woman to notice first.
Oh, you don't like it?
Let me think about it a minute before you decide I don't like it.
What is there to think about? Pregnant is pregnant.
It isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Except we can't afford it, we aren't married, and we didn't want it.
Besides that, it's alright.
Isn't that terrific?
Are we absolutely sure?
I don't know if we're sure. The doctor is. Yeah, I throw up every morning to keep in practice.
How long?
How long what?
How long have you been
I
pregnant?
don't know. You tell me, Sherlock. What difference does that make?
It'd be nice to know when you're going to have it.
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me?
I just did.
Why didn't you tell me before?
I didn't know before.
Before what?
Before I found out. That makes sense. Doesn't that make sense?
There's no reason to get upset. The damage is
Oh,
already done.
damn it. That's a nice
I
way to
didn't
put it.
mean it
What
that
other
way.
way is there? There's this thing growing inside me like a fungus, and our lives are ruined. At least my life, I guess it doesn't do much.
It
to
does
yours.
as much to
Oh,
me
really?
as it does to
You're
you.
gonna have every morning and throw up with me?
Why don't we just sit down and relax?
I'm sitting down.
Well, relax.
I'm relaxed! Is that gonna make me less pregnant?
You like
I
children.
hate children.
Nobody hates
My
children.
father hates children.
He does not.
He hates me.
That's different.
But how is that different?
I've noticed you're pretty jealous of other people's children.
Whose children?
Like you wish they were yours. I've seen you.
Your idea of character is literary, not visceral.
What the hell does that mean?
Visceral?
No, I know what
You
visceral
treat
means.
people like we're characters,